country where majority of his population is Muslim. Although it is a Muslim country, participation banks only covers 5% of the market shares in terms of bank sector. Islamic Bank also introduced to attract more capital from other Middle East countries. In 1983, the Turkish government established a legal framework to enable Islamic Bank to operate with the name Special Finance Houses. The first bank to operate is Al Barakah Bank, which is a bank from Bahrain, followed by Faisal Finance and also Kuwait Turk. In 1991 to 1996, 3 domestic capital was introduced to operate in Turkey, which is Anadolu Finance, Ikhlas Finance and also Bank Asha. In 2001, Association in Special Finance Houses was introduced, which is soon renamed to Participation Bank Association. In the same year, Special Finance Houses was renamed to the Participation Bank. To conclude, Islamic banking system in Turkey was improved from year to year. In part of geographical distribution, Turkey is one of the unique geographical position and one of the largest countries in terms of population and territory. Ankara is a capital of Turkey, while the Istanbul is the largest city in Turkey. In Turkey, the number of branch conventional bank is higher than the Islamic Bank. This is due to the fact that rich countries in terms of petroleum more involved in the conventional bank. However, the Islamic Bank increasingly known among the Gulf countries. There are a total of 7 countries that are part of the Gulf countries: Bahrain, Iraq, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates. And that's the reason of the first Islamic bank that started operation in Turkey in 1985, which is Al Barakah from Bahrain.
The developments of Islamic finance and banking in Turkey has shown the positive trends, as shown was established in 1983. Trend developments were shown in the banking sector by Islamic Bank. The PB, or renowned as Participations Bank, has hold almost 5.2% of market share, even though it hold a small proportion of the banking sector. It was reported that it has the highest growth rate, which is 29%, also known as CAGR, or Compound Annual Growth Rate in Banking Sector 2014. In spite of having the highest growth rate, various problems in Islamic practice in finance has limited the growth rates of the PB. The next positive trend was shown in Islamic bond or sukuk market in Turkey. It was reported according to the concept that the Turkey is at the stage of developing country under the beginner status. Unlike Malaysia, which was the major country for development of the sukuk market. Initially, in 2010, the first issuance of sukuk in Turkey was 100 million, and now it is increased and almost reaching 500 million on 2018. Other than that, capital market also one of the positive trend in Turkey. The Istanbul Stock Exchange, which is ISE, was established on December 26, 1985. The purpose of ensuring that securities are traded in a secure and stable environment and commenced operations on January 3, 1986. The ISE has contributed to the development of Turkey capital market and the Turkey economy since the data of its establishment, as seen in graph, with a market capitalization of $308 billion. The ISE ranked 14 among emerging market in terms of market capitalization. positive trend was shown in stock in Turkey. The Istanbul Stock Exchange, which is ISE, is maintaining its position as the most developed and liquid exchange in its region and ranks 6th among the emerging market in terms of stock trading value. The total amount of funds raised through the ISE since its establishment in 1986 to the end of 2010 total $48.6 billion.
Okay, in this part, I will talk about product and service. There are many products offered by Islamic Bank in Turkey, and the products are based on Islamic Sharia. The first product is investment. In short-term business, a special finance house, or also known as SFH, which was established in 1983, provide financing to clients in need of funds called profit and loss participation. This financing is in accordance with the Mudarabah principle. The transaction begins when SFH and the customer sign a contract called profit and loss investment agreement. Profit and loss are shared by them at the end of the project. In the long-term business, SFH finance investment as a capital provider and becomes a partner in those investments. This financing is in accordance with the principle of musyarakah. SFH and customers share profit according to the capital distribution and agreement. The second product is takaful. Takaful is a type of Islamic insurance where everyone can contribute money into the financial system as a guarantee to each other against losses. Istanbul-based Neva Sigorta is the first pure participation insurance company in Turkey. It was established and received its operating license in 2009. Neva Sigorta offers its customer insurance products such as motor vehicle, fire and natural disaster, personal accident and travel insurance, and others. In addition, another product offered by Islamic Bank in Turkey is deposit. Deposit is divided into 3 accounts, namely current account, saving account, and investment account. In the current account, the depositors can deposit and withdraw from their available credit balance at any time. Similarly, with saving account, the benefits of this account is it provides the option to issue checkbook. The second is saving account, which encourage customer to save, and this account is for those who have a small amount of money. The third is investment account, which is this account for those who want to spend money outside the business and they want to earn income. Another product that is offered by Islamic Bank in Turkey is financial product, namely housing financing and land financing. For housing financing, customer can use financing up to 80% of the value of the home for purchase. For land financing, this account benefit to non-resident or foreign to purchase land in Turkey.
Islamic financial market in Turkey need an effective law and regulation as it become widening. However, legal system in Turkey commonly different with other Muslim countries due to geographical location and absorption from Western legal system. Therefore, Turkey does not have special law and regulation related to Islamic finance. Islamic finance products such as Sukuk and Takaful are offered by financial institutions whose activities are in compliance with Islamic rules. These institutions are governed by the same legislation as conventional bank, and all the activities are overseen by the same authority, which is Banking Regulation and Supervision Agency and Saving Deposit Insurance Fund. In this context, Turkish Banking Law No. 5411 is the main legislation. It was published in the official gazette on 1 November 2005. The objective of this law is to regulate principle and procedure of ensuring stability in financial market, the efficient functioning of the credit system, and protect the interests of the depositors. This legislation also established the Participation Bank Association of Turkey, or known as PKBB. Legislation also enable participation bank to have the same privilege and status as conventional bank. Next, Finance Company Law Number 6361 also play an important part of financial system in Turkey. This law aims to regulate the establishment, procedure, and working principle for financial leasing, factoring, and financial company which act as financial institution in Turkey. Regulatory, legal, and accounting environment are key areas of development for Turkey Islamic banking. So, we believe the support from the government will be beneficial for Sharia compliance to grow in future.
Firstly, Turkey suffered a long period of secularism. So, what is secularism? It distinguishes religion matters. In the world limited, almost 100 of populations in Turkey is Muslim, but they are governed by secular government. The lack of necessary framework was mainly because of the dominant secular stimulants within the state, business, and media. Any signs of religious symbols could easily indicate irritations and anger at the Islamic banking system. Political interventions may be Islamic banking in Turkey more difficult, although new Islamic political take over the country by the secular influence is still strong. Turkey experienced a devastating economic crisis. During the Asian finance, the key player went into bankruptcy because of a liquidity problem. Secondly, the public are uncertain that Islamic banks are really implementing the Sharia principle. It is because they have stereotyped that Islamic banks and conventional banks are almost the same in terms of the charge. For example, the concept of interest of profit. Most people are always confused that they think that Islamic banks are charging the financing with interest, but they do not think that Islamic banks are using concept profit. For example, Islamic banks are using contract of murabaha, bai bersama AG and others. They also have the perception that Islamic banks are not fully Sharia compliant. Also, they found out that some bad practice by Islamic banks. Sharia governing issue and sustaining the compliance of banking instruments to Islamic principle are staggering areas. There is no nationwide Sharia board in Turkey. Islamic banking has their own internal advisory boards, and there is no standard procedure on how to set up a board, what is responsibility, or how it is expected to function.
So next is suggestion to overcome the challenges. The first issue and challenges that faces by developing financial system in Turkey in public are uncertain that Islamic banks are really implementing Sharia principle. And the question here is how to reduce the stereotype that conventional bank has the same with the Islamic bank in terms of charges, in terms of practices in Islamic bank. So the suggestion to overcome the challenges is we should have to tell the nation through social media like Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and so on, and use the powerful of mass media that Islamic bank practice all wholly use Islamic teaching and strictly prohibited in offshore things. Islamic banking are reward their depositors regarding in Sharia. There are many ways to share profit or return between a bank and its customer. For example, in a deposit product profits from a deposit arrangement will be shared between a bank and depositors based on the agreed ratio, and riba as a gift to its depositors as it deems fit, since payment of interest are not allowed in Islamic ruling, and this is when also a Sharia compliant. This is more people concerned on why riba is prohibited in Islam. It is because the rationale behind the prohibition of riba of interest Islam suggests in economic system where all forms of exploitation, neither wrong or nobly wrong, and the entrepreneur are eliminated. In particular, Islam reaches its established justice between a financier and the entrepreneur. The financier should be a suit of a facility return without doing any work or sharing in the risk, while the entrepreneur, in spite of his management and hard work, is not assured of such positive returns. Next, the second issue is Turkey fastest in development in Islamic financial institution is Turkey suffer a long period of secularism. Mostly people in Turkey are Muslim, but they are governed by secular government, and these are affected the Islamic banking in Turkey in terms of developing the good financial institution. Actually, Islamic economic principle offer a balance between extreme capitalism and also communism. It's offer the individual the freedom to produce and create wealth was friendly individual with an environment control, not by human growth, but by divine guidance, which sets a moral rules and norms of behavior that must require the utmost sincerity of intention. When these rules or norms are internalized and act upon the people, peace and prosperity result the wider society.
In conclusion, Turkey has a great potential for Islamic finance production, and it become more popular and can be accepted among society. However, Islamic financial institutions in Turkey have some challenges that affect it to be more effective. In Turkey, we can see the slowed growth rate of Islamic banking due to secularism. It became a main problem for Islamic banking to grow faster because secularism play a huge part in making distance between Muslim and Islamic finance in Turkey. Turkish government needs to introduce more educational program related to Islamic financial system so people can get more information about it. For this purpose, more seminar and workshop can be done all around the Turkey. All effort done by Turkish government demonstrate the Turkish commitment in Islamic finance, which will have a positive impact upon the upcoming transaction in this sector.